Handog para sa aming mga miyembro ng MIMBA, MFI, cooperatives, bank partners, RMSI at 3-man-C network. Mula sa PhilCare at RMSI, narito na ang abot-kayang healthcare program, Yakap, Yamang Pangkalusugan ang COOP para sa Tamayanan, na pwedeng gamitin ng mga miyembro na may edad na 18 to 65 years old. Sa loob nito ay may iba't ibang benefits na maaaring umabot hanggang 60,000 pesos. May mga benefits kagaya ng outpatient care para sa mga konsultasyon, lab examination at diagnostic procedures hanggang 10,000 pesos annually na maaaring magamit sa mga designated primary care clinics sa buong bansa. Kasama na rin ang unlimited telemedicine gamit ang Hayfield Digimed app para sa mas convenient at accessible na online medical consultation, emergency care para sa mga aksidente at iba pang biglaang sakit na nagpapanta sa buhay. Hanggang 10,000 pesos ang ER coverage per incident na hindi lalagpas ng 30,000 pesos annually. Confinement sa room and board na ward para sa mga sakit kung saan kailangan manatili sa ospital. Kasama na sa coverage ang hospital bills at professional fees ng doktor na aabot sa 60,000 pesos per illness kada taon na maaring gamitin sa higit na 500 affiliated hospitals nationwide. Financial assistance up to 20,000 pesos at karagdagang tulong pampinansyal na aabot sa 10,000 pesos kung ang 18 to 65 years old na miyembro ay binawian ng buhay na sanhi ng sakit o aksidente. Kasama na rin ang karagdagang benepisyo katulad ng dental care at taunang regular checkup or annual physical exam or APE. Isang yakap lang ang kailangan para protektado ang inyong kalusugan. Para sa karagdagang impormasyon at pagsali sa programang ito, maaring tawagan ang RMSI sa mga sumusunod na numbers.
Health is important to us because being healthy is always part of our lifestyle. A healthy lifestyle is a way of living, and it is not a destination but a journey that requires commitment. We want to stay safe, free of illnesses, and we want to keep our body active and alert. Living a quality of life is very important for our happiness and well-being. To live a quality of life, we need to take care and balance according to our needs and preferences. The secret to a long life has full of surprises: weight gain, behavior change, new lifestyle, and hopefully not a new diagnosed disease. Mga ka-people, we also need to respect quality of life of others. By doing so, we can achieve a state of happiness at all times. Every episode, the Dr. is in shares with you another issues about health, wellness, and lifestyle. Mga issues nga makahatag sa atong mga ka-people who have been deprived of healthy lives due to health reasons. Before tamo proceed, I would like to greet our CPMP staff, our President and CEO, Mr. Brian Yap, our Chairman of the Board, Mr. Manolito Ardemir, and all the BOD members, our branch managers. Good afternoon to all of you. Now, this morning, I will be discussing about certain issues nga importante kayo para sa ato mga ka-people. This is all about healthy habits. Now, this is very important para ma-improve ang atong well-being as well as our quality of life, because if we continue to live a happy life, it can help us prevent or reduce diseases, especially mga chronic diseases. And it also help us our mood as well as our energy as well as our sleep and our relationship. But before tamo proceed, let us pause for a short reminder.
Sama-sama
kapit-bisig
at tulong-tulong ang mga Pilipino
para makamit ang iisang hangarin.
Pilipinas na ligtas at malakas.
Humanda ng makilahok sa mas pinatibay na kampanya kontra COVID-19.
Sa Booster, edukasyon ng susunod na henerasyon, Pinas Lakas.
Trabaho at hanap buhay. Pinas Lakas. Kalusugan. Pinas Lakas.
Lahat ng komunidad mula Luzon, Visayas hanggang Mindanao. Lalong Pinas Lakas pa.
Huwag nang magpahuli. Sama-sama tayong babangon muli.
Magpa-booster na para sa Pilipinas na ligtas at malakas. Sabay-sabay sa Booster, Pinas Lakas!
Okay, good afternoon. So our topic this afternoon is about the 7 healthy habits. So unsa man ning 7 healthy habits? So these 7 healthy habits comprises the following. So we have to give ourselves time to rest and relax and to take a break to relieve stress and anxiety. We have to give time to do our hobbies and activities that makes us happy. We have to build a good support group around us. We must give a good support for others, and we keep track with our mood and triggers and know when and we need to seek help of a mental health professional. And lastly, we must know when and who to consult for our mental health. So atong usa-usahon ni ang usaon nato pag-practice ang 7 healthy habits for our everyday life. Okay, so number 1 is katong we have to take a rest and relax and take a break to relieve stress and anxiety, as well as to do hobbies and activities that make us happy. Now, we all know nga if we will take rest, it does not mean na mura ni og himuon nato og luxury, but rest is really important to us because for our health and well-being. It would help our body and our mind recover from the stress sa atong trabaho, our daily activities, or even during exercise, as well as other challenges for our everyday activities. So, kinahanglan kita nga mo rest, kinahanglan kita mo pahuway. That is why nga in an 8 hours work per day, after 8 hours we have to rest. Dili kita pwede nga mo continue unless there are some deadlines to meet that we need to extend some hours of our daily work. But at the end of the day, we need to take our rest. Now, unsa may mga benefits nato nga makuha if we will take a rest? Now, number 1 is it would promote muscle recovery, especially kung we are athlete or we are doing our day-to-day exercise. Now, when we exercise, we are using up our energy. Ang store sa atong body nga energy, mao to'y atong gigamit to exercise. That's why, if we will not take our rest, our muscles will be damaged. Muna nga importante, misag athlete pa ka na akay gimit nga schedule when to practice. At the end of a certain day, we have to take a rest because ang atong energy sa atong lawas na gamit na. So we have to build up again energy in order nga it would para maka-repair ta, or we can also rebuild our energy that was being used. Because if we continue nga mag exercise ta without taking a rest, it would lead to fatigue, or even it would reduce to performance. Just like, for example, mag-exercise ka, mag-jogging ka. If you continue to jog without having a rest at a certain time or a certain minute, it would just lose your or reduce your performance. Muna nga, you have to take a rest. Now, number 2, it would also replenish our muscles especially kang atong glycogen levels o ang atong kuan na gamit na. So it would help overcome it. So we need to take our rest now. If we also take a rest, sometimes our body has the chance to adapt new challenges na sad. Because naa naman tayo energy nga na-store sa atong body. Kay gikan naman tang nipahuway. That is why we can already adapt to new challenges, or we can continue again what we have been doing before, or we can continue sa atong exercise kay nakapahuway naman ta. Or sometimes it would improve our skills. Kung sa imong skills nga gihimo anang adlaw o mauna imong trabaho, skill worker ka, then if you take a rest, it will already improve your habit or your skills. Now, rest also prevent overtraining. Mauna nga, even if you're an athlete, it does not mean na your goal is to achieve a number 1 athlete, but you are already na overtrained na ka because wala ka nag-rest. So, overtraining, it would only lead to the so-called overtraining syndrome, wherein this is a condition na it would affect already our athlete who do little or too much exercise without enough rest. Okay, so makapildi na noon sa atong mga athlete because you were overtrained. That leads to the energy that is being stored in your body has already been caused damage. Okay, so it can already cause symptoms like increased body fat, dehydration, or even mga other unhealthy life. Okay, now, resting would also help prevent or gives you a break from the demands of your life and allows you to relax and enjoy yourself. Because if you keep on working, as I've said, maka-reduce na noona sa imong improvement sa imong work or even what you have been doing on your everyday. Okay. So it also improves our heart health. Okay. Kung murest ka, ang atong kasing-kasing would also improve. Because, especially if we have to take our sleep, because this is really essential. Ang pagkatulog nato is really essential. If we need a 7-hour sleep, it is really important. Why? Because through sleeping, ma-maintain man nato ang atong healthy heart rate as well as our blood pressure. Then, ma-regulate ang atong mga cholesterol level, blood sugar level, that would affect any type of heart disease. Now, if we get a good sleep, it would also prevent mga heart attack, mga stroke, or diabetes, or other cardiovascular problems. So, mauna nga, importante yun kayo ang rest. As I've said, this is not a luxury, but this would improve our quality of life. Okay, so muna ka-importante ang rest. Okay, now, so, next is give time to do hobbies and activities that makes you happy. Now, it is also important na dili lang kata magsige og trabaho sa atong kaugalingon. We need, as I've said, we need to rest, or we must have to divert ourselves from our day-to-day activities. So, muna nga, if you are a working individual, na ka sa opisina, o na ka sa imong gitrabahuan, then you have to deviate yourself nga naa kay gitawag og hobbies. Any hobbies, or just go to the beach, swimming ka, or you will enroll to any sports activities, that is considered as your hobby. That is would make you deviate sa imong regular activities. Because if you have your own hobby, maka add na sa imong happiness, sa imong life, imong quality of life if you have your hobby. Sometimes, that hobby could develop your skills. Importante na sa ato that we need to develop our skills aside from our regular activities, because sometimes our hobby can provide us challenges in our life. Kung ganahan kag sports activity, or ganahan ka mag-painting, or ganahan ka you enroll in any mga short courses like cooking, or you will go to mga music, that would really deviate your day-to-day activity. Maka-promote na og happiness or quality of life. Okay. Next is how to build a support group around you or be a good source of support group. Now, support group is also important sa atoa. Dili lang kay we will only focus ourselves to our work, we will only focus ourselves kung unsa ato gibuhat every day, 7 days a week. Importante yun nga mo-appeal ta og support group, because this support group are form of a group therapy. Usa sad siya ka therapy, or mura man siya og tambal sad nga you can benefit to the people around you, or because support group can lead to some advantages. Now, if you enroll in a support group, if you enroll to a certain association or organization, it can create a sense of belonging. Kay di wa ka nag-inusara. And then you belong to a community, you belong to an organization, or you belong to your circle of friends, which you have a common experience as well as your common goal. Now, it also can provide mga practical informations because you share information between you and your groups. Then, you can also share your resources as well as other groups can also share your resources. You are already sharing from each other, and then that would also cope up with your problems, and it will also improve the situation. Now, this support group also can offer emotional support as well as encouragement, especially if you are already down, may problema ka, or financial or emotional or family problems. Once you are in a group or in a support group, they can encourage you. They will be the one to understand and empathize what they are going through. Muna importante ko ayo nga di ka mag-inusara, because once you are only alone, you have a lot of things in your mind nga wa nakakibalo that is already a disadvantage to you. So, in a support group also, it can help people develop your social skills. Because na may group nga, you have a common skills, you have a common goal. That's why you can interact with each other in a certain type of supportive environment. So, through this, it can already reduce your distress as well as your anxiety. And then, you can already express your feelings as well as your frustration, and you can also receive feedback from your group. So, dili lang kay ikaw ang naghuna-huna sa imong problema, but matabangan na ka sa imong kagrupo, matabangan na ka sa imong pagsulbar, matabangan na ka to lift up your worries or anxiety. Now, there are also limitations in the support group, especially if they are not suitable for everyone. Wala ka na belong to that particular group because that particular group has a common goal. Onya ang imong goal is different. So, it would only lead to some mental problems or mental issues, or it would only lead to some thoughts which is not good for you already, like mga suicidal thoughts or mga violent tendency. Mauna nga, this will not address to your problems, this will not address to your mga day-to-day activities nga dili naka malipayon. So you need to help. You need a help from a professional para matabangan ka. Because these mga underlying factors, it is not you who will help by yourself, but you already need a support, help from a mental health professional para dili na ka lead to a certain situation nga that would not benefit your life. Okay, so next na to is we have to track our mood and triggers and know when you need to seek help on a mental health professional. Now, every day, sometimes we are happy, sometimes we are sad. So, kahibaluta kanus ata malipayon o kanus ata maguol. You have to remember at the end of the day, ngano kang naguol arong adlaw, unsay problema sa imong opisina, unsay problema sa imong work, that leads you to mga unproductive for that particular day. Now, there are also days nga you are so happy. Then, your happiness might help you in the near future. So we have to keep track for that because we will know nga kung kani atong buhaton, malipayon ka. Kung kani atong buhaton, we enroll in sports activities, malipayon ka. Or kung kani atong buhaton to go to the beach once a week, then we have to do it because that would help us a source of therapy kung you are down for a particular day or for a particular week. Okay. So, we have to keep track when kita malipayon or when kita magulanon para it would already guide us kung unsay atong buhaton para to control our emotion. Then know when and who to consult for your mental health. So, if you think nga ang atong support group dili na healthy, then our moods that would trigger happiness dili na magamit nato to lift up our life, our happiness for that particular day or for that particular moment, then we really need already to consult a mental health professional because it is not only our body nga magsigitag monitor sa atong sakit, but also we have to monitor our mental health because kung dili nato i-monitor atong mental health, then that would already lead to other conditions that would not benefit ourselves. So mao to ang mga 7 healthy habits in our everyday life. We need to take rest, we need to relax and take a break para to relieve our stress and anxiety. We have to enroll to any hobbies or any activities that would make us happy. Then we need to join a support group para to lift up as a source of support from each other. Then we need to keep track with our moods as well as our triggering factors that would make us sad or make us happy. And we need to consult a mental health professionals if dili na yun madala sa atong mga kipangbuhat every day through our own self. Okay, so before we would proceed, let us take a short break.
So far is kuan dako man siya og natabang kay nakakat-on taon sa pag savings nya kanang naasa tay kuan gani kanang like kani karon kanang nahitabo sa ako ang mister na kanang kalit ang ihang kamatayon. So naasay kuan natay dako natabang ang COOP na mga assistance ngayon ana gani sir sa iyahang kuan sa iyahang pagkamatay, sa iyahang paglubong. Na nasa siya gamay-gamay na mabilid sa amoa, madungag sagdan sa ako ang kuan gamay na tindahan. Magpasalamat ko sa kuan tanang member sa kanina People's Co-op, sa mga directors, na naa nga ri o sa katong wala nga ri. Dako gyud kayong salamat ninyo. Sa tanang mga kuan dili pa member sa People's Co-op, gi-encourage mo nako na magpa-member kay dako gyud kayo siya og tabang. Sama ni karong nahitabo sa kuan amo ang pamilya na kalit lang nawala ako ang mister, so kanang naatay gamay na magamit sa iyang paggawa ato by start o gamay na negosyo. Then kana sa ang kuan savings mag-save yun ta niya dako man og kanang interest or dako og tubo kung naata sa co-op, di ba? Whereas kung ato na to i-save na to sa uban like sa bangko gamay raman, no? So mas advantage gyud ang sa co-op kay bisag unsa dali sad kaayo ta matabangan kung pananglitan manghulam ta og kwarta pang negosyo or sa ato ang inadlaw-adlaw na kuan needs. So mas maayo gyud ang kuan co-op ang ato ang duolan.
Good morning, ako si Charito Codis, member sa People's Co-op. Dako jud kay katabang ang People's Co-op sa ako sir kay lastly namatay akong bana, naka-claim jud kog insurance. Nag-claim ko sa sir kanang cash assistance na akong nadawat. Katong gustong magpa-member sa People's Co-op dindot jud ang ilahang pahigayon sa mga membro. Then invite mo nga magpa-member sad mo dire kay ako gani nindot jud ang ako ang dahil lang natabang sa ako.
Doc Chris, unsay nakalahi sa hepatitis A ug hepatitis B?
Kaya niya nasagta sa mga pangutana sa atong mga ka-people, sa mga issues o mga sakit common to us nga mabati nato o makuha nato without the benefit of sometimes through consultation or without the benefit through important information. So, ang unang pangutana is the difference between ang hepatitis A o ang hepatitis B. So, kaning hepatitis A and hepatitis B, they are both viral infection. Puro di sila viral infection. That affects our liver, ang atong atay. Now, however, kaning hepatitis A o hepatitis B have different causes, ang pagtakod or mode of transmission, ang mga simptomas, o ang how to treat this type of illness. Now, kaning hepatitis A is caused by a hepatitis A virus. As we all know, nga kaning A and B is caused by a virus, pero ang hepatitis A is caused by a hepatitis A virus, o ang B is caused by hepatitis B virus. Okay. So, unsaon man ipag-spread ang hepatitis? Ang hepatitis A spreads through, kitawag na ito og oral fecal route. So, usa may meaning og oral fecal route. Kumukaon ta sa atong mga pagkaon o muinom ta sa or juice or tubig ba, this food or water or juice is contaminated with hepatitis A. Muna, oral. How come nga contaminated man because ang galuto sa atong pagkaon, ang gahimo sa atong juice o ga-service atong tubig is an infected person. Why? Because once you are an infected person, maadto ba ka sa CR, di ka manghunaw after using the CR, and then mo diretso ra kag luto, that virus nga nigawa sa imong waste product, sometimes makontaminate ang atong food o ang atong water or juice nga gipang-inom. That is the cause of hepatitis A. Now, ang hepatitis B, this is mainly spread through sexual contact or contact with blood or any other body fluids. Okay, muna nga, like for example, sexual contact, you're sharing body fluids, or sharing of needles, kanang mga sometimes ang atong mga ka-people or mga other individual nga mogamit og mga prohibited drugs. Okay, so mauna siya manay maka-cause og hepatitis B virus. Now, ang hepatitis A is an acute infection, okay? Which means nga it would only last for a short time and usually that not cause any long-term complication. So, short time regarding hepatitis A because it is an acute infection. While ang hepatitis B can either be considered an acute infection or a chronic infection, which means nga ang atong infection would last more than 6 months or more than 7, 8, or 12 months or a year. That would lead to damage sa atong liver, sa atong atay. Now, ang hepatitis A, the symptoms is mild. Like for example, fever, or usahay, kapoy ang imong lawas, usahay magsuka-suka ka, or musuka yun ka, or sometimes magyelo ang imong panit. Okay. Ang hepatitis B, though it has a similar symptoms, but may not have any symptoms at all, especially at an early stage. Okay. Now, hepatitis A can be prevented by getting vaccinated with hepatitis A vaccine, which is really safe and effective para maprotektahan ta aning hepatitis A, especially for our children, kaning mga travelers, kanang moadtog abroad or mo larga-larga, nga mukaon lang sa asa. In order to protect us, then we have to be vaccinated with hepatitis B or A vaccine. Now for B, this can also be prevented through vaccination para to prevent us from this hepatitis B virus. Okay, so mao na nga importante yun nga this hepatitis A or either B, we need to be vaccinated to prevent this particular virus. Okay? I hope na tubag nato ang mga pangutana sa atong kapipon. Okay.
Siya nga tabang sa akong negosyo. Isa, 2017 man ko nagpamimbro. Unya, nag-attend ko sa mga orientation nila. Nakauyon po yun ko. Unya, daghan man dahil sila mga programa. Mo tong naka-decide ko, nagpamimbro, nag-deposit ko, nag-share pod ko. Kay nakita yun na ako nga matabangan jud pod ko nila. Unya sukad ato nag-aapil-apil na pod ko mga training ana, so nahimo na pod ko og Ed Club officer as a secretary. So dako kay kong pasalamat aning Cebu People's Co-op. Kadtong una sa loan kanang additional sa akong mga product bahin sa bugas, sa soft drinks o guban sa mga grocery. Mga lima naman siguro na ko ning loan o niya napod sa health benefits, sa mga sa hospitalization. So makatabang yun po siya kay mo assist man ang Cebu People's Co-op. Sa wala pa di ay makahibalo na atay nindot nga co-op diri sa Davao nagatukod sila. So giawhag ko kay kamong tanan nga apil aning Cebu People's Co-op Cooperative kay makatabang gyud sa atong negosyo. So makita nimo kung unsay improvement nako from the start. So pertirag yung gamaya ang akong pag-umpisa sa akong negosyo. Niabot ang People's Co-op nag-offer sila sa ako. So primero siyempre mahadlok ta mangutang pero gipasabot ko nila nga dili lang utang kung dili isa sad nga makatabang sa savings sa mga unsa-unsa pa dihang mga negosyo na atay daghan mahibaw makatunan mag-attend lang gyud ta og orientation og training. Mao na gihangyo ko kamo kung wala mo pa kahibalo aning Cebu People's Co-op mag-attend gyud mo kay aron daghan mata ani maghiusa ta ngani nga co-op kay para sa atong kalambuan sa katawhan. Og sa ako agyud grabe ang pasalamat nako sa co-op nga na member ko og hantod karon nahimo kog officer ani nga co-op kay ganahan jud ko aning kooperatiba. Sa bahin sa paghandling nila sa amo, mga assist man sila kung naa kay tawag, request nga mauni mahitungod sa imong loan, mo follow up dayon sila, bisitaan ka nila, tagaan ka og form o gusto ka papilion man ka kung unsay short term ba o long term, naa kay form nga pilian o gusto nimo nga mapadali ang pagbayad so mamili pud ka. So maayo gid siya. Dili gid ka ingon nga hassle siya kay pwede pud ta mag-apply online. Kay pwede pud ta pag-apply kay magpirma online na pud siya. So dili kayo siya problema kung busy ka, pwede ra pud sa balay kay naapoy taga in charge sa mga staff nga mo assist sa imuha through tawag o calling. Dakong pasalamat si Ma'am Ed, ang among manager. So, dako gay ko pasalamat kay Ma'am kay si Ma'am totally support gyud kaayo ni siya bisag asa muuban gyud ni siya adtuan gyud ka sa area kung naunsa or na-improve ba imong negosyo niya mo assist og mo advise pod siya kung unsay maayo sa negosyo o kulang. So naa lang siya pirmi kanunay sa inyo. Duula lang gyud si Ma'am Ed kawa gyud nay problema. Dako po ko pasalamat sa atong Ginoo kay siya may isa good health o success sa maong akong negosyo. So dako po ko pasalamat sa atong labaw nga makagagahom. So pasalamat jud ko dako sa baskog sa atong kalawasan. So nga magpadayon gihapon aning pagserbisyo sa maong Cebu People's Co-op.
May nga po, Dok, sakto ba ang desisyon nga paundangon kag panigarilyo unya mo gamit ka og vape? Maayo ba?
Okay, ang sunod pangutana is about the use of vape or vaping. Kani usa di siya ka option ba nga gamito nato kung muundang taog panigarilyo. Okay. Ang vaping is not a recommended option. Di gani siya option nga kung naay mo counsel nimo health professional nga maingon nga mag-undang na tag sigarilyo kay makadaot ta sa atong lawas, mogamit na lang ta og vape. So dili ni siya option nga once mo gamit mo undang tag panigarilyo, mag-vape na lang ta. Now, why? Because naay mga studies nga nagsuggest nga vaping you can still be exposed to nicotine. Kay kaning nicotine which is a highly addictive substance that would really harm our body. Kay sa sigarilyo naaman diha ang nicotine. We are really inhaling the nicotine. And this nicotine is a substance nga very addictive. Mauna nga kaning kusog kay manigarilyo na addict ni sila because of that nicotine. So vaping can also expose you to nicotine, which is highly an addictive substance. So kung di na ka manigarilyo, mag-vaping na ka, ma-addict yapon ka sa vaping because of the presence of nicotine. And we all know that aside from addictive substance, it can also harm our brain development as well as our blood pressure. That would lead to some effects. And then sometimes it would also affect our mood and concentration. Muna nga, vaping also can also expose us to other harmful chemicals, particularly that would lead to some damage to our lungs, our heart, as well as our blood vessels. So just like when we are smoking. So some of these chemicals also are known to cause some problems in our health. Then, vaping also can increase the risk of developing any serious lung injury. Mauna nga, dili gina-advisable na that can be caused an option. Another one is, ang vaping can also make us susceptible to infection sa atong lungs, like, for example, katong COVID-19, or it also weakens our immune system, or it would also impair our daily function. Now, vaping also can influence our social environment, which can make it harder to quit smoking because everybody is sometimes na ay mga stalls sa malls nato nga nagbaligya og vape. And then this would already influence our social environment. Now, therefore, vaping is not considered a safe or effective way if you want to quit cigarette smoking. It has been proven nga there are also chemicals that would lead to addiction. Okay, so if you want to quit smoking, then we have to quit smoking. Or, if you want to quit smoking, then dili ta kapugong using vape, then we will not use the vape, but we have to use mga FDA-approved way of how to control or how to break our addiction to smoking. So, mao na atong buhaton lang para we could quit smoking and improve our health. We can also save our money, and we can protect our family because of the smoke, or it would lead us to the second-hand smoker. Okay, I hope nga nasabta nato nga ang vaping is not an option once you quit cigarette smoking. Okay, so muna nga importante yung kaayo nga muundang ta og panigarilyo, and then we would not lead to this smoking habit because it would not really help us kung mo continue ta pagpanabako. Okay. Our health is our wealth, and an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. Along with our age comes the scepter of disease. So the secret to a long life are actually within ourselves and within our bodies. Ang maayong panglawas nagpasabot dili lamang pagkawala sa sakit o pagkaayo sa sakit, kundi i-appeal nato ang atong physical, mental, spiritual, and social well-being. Let us stay young and healthy, and let us show how to enhance our well-being and truly enjoy the excitement of our life. Let us continue our responsibility to maintain and safeguard our health as we continue to journey our life. As God, the Supreme Doctor, closes one door and opens another door that He wants us to walk through and lead a healthy life. So, till the next episode, this is Dr. Chris. Next again to your life, your health, and your lifestyle.